You guys remember this? I caught this for you guys. I told you I was drawn to take the picture through my window, and this is what I found. And then the next day I was drawn again to the window. You guys will see it way back in the, I made a whole video of it because the last thing that I saw will blow your mind. Yeah, my screen is doing all kinds of crazy stuff. It may be a little bit smaller, but I don't care because it's weird, okay? So anywho, you see the next day, this is what happened. I was drawn to do this, and it's like, it looked like 3, but then if I look at it clearer, it'll look like 5 or 6 or 7, I don't know, of these, okay? So, yeah, so the next day I was drawn to more of these, okay? Which I choose to say are spirits. So a lot of spirits are they did something this particular time, man, I'm telling you. And a lot of you guys, look way back at my videos, you'll see the whole entire video. And this is before they started really harming my channel relentlessly and then this is when somebody else came up with a name, and how they say the one from India and the one person, it's interesting that they have my same name, because people used to make that joke and say, oh, well, if you get scammed, it's that one guy in India or some crazy stuff they say sitting behind the desk. Well, I have 2 people with the same name, that has channels as mine. And so a lot of my subscribers that I met out in the field, I hope they are never confused by this. However, I see that they have been harming my channel over the years, and now we're learning about all of this other stuff that's coming to light, which I was, always telling you guys something of the sort, okay, which I'm trying to post right now, because I'm gonna let y'all see in every which way. Something brief though. But this is my channel, and this is how it was before anything. You see how it went from the 2s to the 1s, and then if I go back to my other information that I have, you'll see actually more. But nevertheless, it's neither here nor there, but this is what's happening now.
Governments have to protect you, whether that's local, state, maybe even federal. Y'all see ILO Convention number 169. Self-identification as indigenous or tribal shall be regarded as a fundamental criterion. All right, so it is a criteria to correct your status. Look at Article 2. Governments must develop coordinated and systematic actions to protect the rights of these people and to guarantee respect for their integrity. Y'all screaming y'all tired of people bothering y'all, messing with y'all, saying y'all not indigenous. Let's go even deeper. All right. Article 13 through 16. Recognize special relationship to land and territories. Require identification, protection. My laptop shut off, but anyways, look, they even talk about reparations. If y'all have removal without free and conformed consent, all of y'all who say that your land was taken, they have to ensure return and compensation where relocation occurs. So, y'all see ILO Convention number 169.
Oh, how long you been doing poetry? I said many years, more than 20. But when I caught her expression, my smile started to fade. She said, more than 2 decades and you still performing around the way? I at least thought you'd been on Broadway or a national stage. My nostrils fled. I shifted in my seat. I adjusted my glasses. I said, what you say to me? She said, I'm just saying, more than 20 years should probably bring you fame. I said, well, the fact that I'm still in demand leaves me amazed. I'm grateful. I looked at sis again. There was no scales, no sharp talons, but it was a little smoke on her tongue. She was hateful. She said, how old are you? I took a long look around the room. I was hinting at sis to go on and move. I was trying not to be rude. I said, I'm in my early 40s. She said, true. I don't see no ring. I said, no, baby girl, not yet. She said, oh, so you ain't meet nobody who wanted to take you off the market? I said, well, of the few men that I dated, there was one I thought I would be with for life, but it didn't work out that way. She said, another independent woman who can't find her Mr. Right. I said, sis, you want to fight? But she laughed at my offense. Instead of falling back, she leaned in. She said, you sitting here like you ain't got no friends. At least tell me you got some kids. I said, I don't have no time for this. My life is beautiful the way that it is. She said, oh, you one of them. I said, one of who, friend? She said, you the type to meet a grim reality with toxic positivity. You sitting there like you never wanted to be mommy or wifey. I said, you're talking to a woman who has radical acceptance for whatever God has for me. I said, honestly, I'm at peace. And I remembered I didn't even have to be in this woman's vicinity. I started to gather my things up quickly. I said, for the record, I didn't enjoy your company. But since you forced yourself upon me, the least you can do is tell me your name. Sis gonna say same. I said, same as what, girl? Stop playing. She said, same as the woman that I'm talking to, boo. She said, sis, I'm you. I'm the dark corners of your brain. I give voice to what your subconscious be saying. She said, you met a lot of hurt people who wanted you to feel the same. You used to ignore it, but now in the quiet corners of your day, you start to regurgitate all of the negative things they used to throw your way. And she said, look around, sis, I'm not even here. But I'm glad that you can hear your inner thoughts really are that rude. You need to get to therapy and get them people's opinions up off of you. Because I know your life is beautiful, but the question is, do you? She said, right now, you sounding like your own biggest hater. And I wanted you to know that until you let their opinions go, you are the only dragon that needs slaying. Thank y'all.
I told you niggas Hitler was a made-up character. Why? Because these corporations who made these goddamn GMO humans, when the world said they couldn't make them no more and sell them like that, they had to get rid of the product. So what do big corporations do when they got an overabundance of product? They haul off the cost. By doing what? Dumping the product. Okay, they made all these goddamn GMO humans, all this goddamn product that was crazy as hell in mental asylums. These bitches were crazy. They made them 1 year old in an hour. They had mental asylums, prisons, and A63 after the World Fair. That's why the first black massacre is in New York, because that's when they turned them loose. They had already put them on orphan trains from 854 to 929. We're from 854 to 863. We helped their ass. But in 863, them bitches mobbed us out. That's y'all question. Me, Dr. King, I was born 929. You seen what happened? Look at what happened. Now, 863 was the first black massacre. Now, what did they say did all this? Mobs of white men. Every last one. Look. Every last one. Every last one. Mobs of white men. Well, where did these mobs of white men come from? If they was around, why they ain't tear it up before that? Because they wasn't around. They were made through scientific advancements in the scientific world. Test tube babies, Cabbage Patch Kids, incubator babies that have been incubated 1 year.
Why we have to give money to countries that hate us. They should be able to hate us for free. I'm not saying you're the dumbest person in the world, but you better hope the dumbest person in the world doesn't die. Cosmo cosmopolitan, goat's milk latte drinking, avocado toast eating. Life is hard, but it's harder when you're stupid. I think she's the reason there are directions on a shampoo bottle. They wanted it like an axe wants a turkey. They wanted it like Ben wants J-Lo.
She's the reason why they have directions on a shampoo bottle. He's a funny man.
Home, all of my divine loves and my divine lovettes. I love you guys. I love you guys. Listen up, you guys. It's a download and that I really just received, and I'm sorry I didn't get the time, you guys. A lot of you guys know when you don't see me, you'll see an earthquake or something just kick off like that. It just happens to my body. My body is a little, not a little, but semi-wiped out here and there. Yeah, so, and it doesn't matter what part of the world, just make it my body feels it. Don't know what that is, right? So, nevertheless, welcome home, you guys. Come right on in. Remember, refreshments on the left. Ooh, coffee on the right. Water fountains and restrooms in the back. Put your feet up, because on this channel, we do not lack. All we do is stack. You hear me? Yeah. This message is on today, which is 11/5/25. 11/5/25. A lot of you guys are, experiencing fifth dimensional energy. It's too many fives, but those 2 5s talk about a physical end that we talked about. So again, it's 11/5/25. Okay? In every way. So let me see. Wow. And it just told me that too. When the clock said 1:44, it told me, yeah, that's 14. 11/5/25. So the higher realms is telling you to add all that up. 11/5/25. Yeah, 1 + 1 + 5 + 2 + 5, right? So that equals 7 and 7. So 7 and 7 is 14. So a lot of you guys, the higher realms told me the 14 stands for the 144 crew. And I'm telling you, as soon as the higher realms was telling me it was 144 on the timer. Interesting. So nevertheless, you guys are blessed. So that's why this message is coming through the way that it, should for you, okay? A lot of you guys take a deep breath in every way, because this is one of those moments where you actually have to take a moment of silence and pray, just take a moment of silence, as a form of prayer, for the people who are not, making it. They're not going to make it there. It's what I'm getting. And I'm talking about the babies right now. This message is about a situation where someone is going to have complications during a C-section. However, it's not by circumstance, accident, or coincidence, okay? It is designed that way. And it's something in regards, I believe, to, I don't want to say setup. However, I don't want to say setup. I just don't want to say it. How about that? I just don't want to say it. Okay, so this birth is supposed to be March the 20th. Okay, March the 20th. Wow, some of you guys may have started feeling like it's something about how do I say this, you guys? I'm trying to, and I don't know what the heck I'm trying to ease the pain. You ever heard Ease the Pain song? That's a real song. How can I ease the pain on this one? Because By I'm gonna let you guys know by September you guys were feeling exhausted. Something happened. Somebody may have slipped you something in your food, or it may have came even from the doctor. Because what I'm getting here is some type of presence of that, you know. I mean, I want to breathe. I want to breathe. I want to breathe. This is this particular doctor's side type of job. I'm just going to say it like that. And to be honest, I'm not even focused on whether he did it or not, you know, as far as to someone else. I'm seeing that he made this his side hustle, this particular incident here, where they just gave you something and it made you feel painfully drear. All right, some of you guys, if it's something about September the 5th is significant. Some of you guys may have taken it on September the 5th, and maybe it had a existing effect or something like that. But the bottom line is, yes, it's something that affected your pregnancy in that way. Okay. And the due date is, whoever I'm talking to, the due date is supposed to be March the 20th. I can't make it up. Okay. Let me breathe, because somebody has to have an emergency C-section, and that's what this is about. Unbeknownst to you guys, okay? That's what I'm seeing in every way. However, it was not something that was supposed to be done that way. It is something that is supposed to be to make you dismay, you know, count you out of this sphere is what I'm getting. Okay, that's the best way I can say it right now. To count you out. On this account, believe it or not, I can't breathe. I see that the baby will live. That is so selfish. Oh, I'm so, you know, you guys, sometimes you really do have to back up off of this sick energy that be coming through here in these spiritual streets, you know. I'm looking at a individual that paid a doctor here. The doctor, this is a side job. You don't get one way or the other, as long as they make $1 and put some spit on his mortgage or whatever. You don't have to be a doctor. Why don't he just be a drug dealer or something if he don't care that much? But the bottom line is this. I can't breathe. Give me a second, you guys. So that's the way I feel. Why do I feel like that? I'm hearing that song. Doctor, out come the doctor. Here come the nurse. Here come the lady with the alligator purse. Ooh, I don't know what it is about that alligator purse. Alligator is significant. I can't breathe. This may be somewhere in Florida. I'm going to just spit that out. That's what I'm getting from the alligator purse. Anywho, let me breathe, you guys, because it's really discomforting to spit energy out like this. That's happening right now. You know, this doctor made a significant amount on this one ugly deed, okay, to eliminate you and not your seed. Okay, that's what you call spiritual incest type greed. All right, so please take heed. This is This is a terrible C-section, and I can't make this stuff up, you guys. This is terrible. This is really, really terrible. Let me breathe for a minute. Because, see, what bothers me is you guys were very strong. And I'm saying it like you're already gone. My goodness, these people. But nevertheless, you guys are a strong individual. You know, you're very innocent to the ways of these stupid people. You guys see them as something else when they act peculiar or precarious. And you guys you guys just see the light side of them when they're showing their true dark side. I can't make this stuff up here. That's what's happening. And it's clear. So, again, I'm going to try my best to be clear because it's really messing me up. It's messing with my everything. Because I can feel the transition, you know, and all the above. So, yeah, because the person goes through a lot of, see, before I did this video, I felt everything. You know, I felt the cut in the C-section. It's something about the throat. The throat, it does something to the side of the throat, like the throat gets cool or sore or something like that. And all that weird stuff, so I don't know what that is. Maybe some effects of what has happened. But however, my heart goes out to, you know, good old trusting, you know, you, because you guys really, you know, really put life in these people's hands. And I guess so what I'm trying to say is, you guys, the baby lives, but the person actually, you know, does not, okay? So the baby lives. And by the way, it look like it's a boy here. It look like it's a boy. It look like it's a boy. And what I say here, okay, yeah. So like I said, I'm seeing it's the due date. I'm looking at like March the 20th, and whatever it is about December the 5th, it's something about December the 5th, and it's something about in October you guys were feeling like your usual self, but things changed because a lot of you guys were blind to what was going on, of course, right? And things change in that manner. However, where is it? Oh wow, where is it? Because I know I saw December the 5th. Wow, y'all, I'm telling you, I really did. So December the 5th is significant. So something will happen on that day with your body, whether you have false contractions or something of that nature. Something will go down December the 5th, okay? That's what I'm seeing in every way. A lot of you guys didn't find out you were really initially pregnant until you were almost 4 months pregnant in September. Like I said, something happened September the 5th. And these fives are telling me a lot about you guys and a lot about these things here. A lot of you guys, man, a lot of you guys, you know, you manifested a lot, you know, in this lifetime. And a lot of you guys did manifest this pregnancy about here. Okay, I'm going to try to move on out of here. I just want to make this clear. It's a little micro type of energy that I'm giving out because it's have to be a piece of it because it really hurts, no doubt. Somebody's really, the C-section is pain. It's unrealistic. It's like, what is this and how is this? And how do these people get in these fields just to do this? Well, they're here, honestly, and it's clear. Um, okay. So, I hope I was clear, you guys. You need to know that you're part of the 144 crew. A lot of you guys are sent here to do exactly what you came to do. And you guys are really, special on this earthly plane. That's the only reason why they could come in and get in your lane. You know what I mean? That's what I'm seeing here. Well, that's what I have for you guys, okay? This is where we must part ways. If life lasts and death pass, you will see or hear me again. Until then, parlay, peace be unto you. Be safe. Oh, before I tell you guys, I guess you would like to know the higher realm's not going to play with these fools anyway. So they're going to get what's coming to them, and I can't make that up. You know what I mean? They're going to get what's coming to them. And I do see, that, yeah, because the higher realm's not playing. It's like the higher realm's ringing the alarms in the heavens. It's like judgment will be enforced on these people. Somebody may or may not find out. Because, in these cases, they really don't find out. They don't know nothing until whatever, because they cover it up so well. And just move on to the next. If you're having like 15 babies at one time, I mean, what you going to go back to that one and say, or if you, is that thing there? So, this is to the family members, the loved ones, those who really, give a hoot about this person here, this beautiful soul that's very strong, very frustrating too. Yeah, that they will see justice, even if they see it from the other side. This person will be held accountable. I see the higher realms dropping some real heavy judgment on them. They may, unbeknownst, they may get locked up in ways that they had known not about. Okay, let's just put it that way. Can barely breathe. Okay, you guys. This is when we must part ways. If life lasts and death pass, you will see or hear me again. Until then, parlay, peace be unto you and within. You guys give me a patient moment on the birthday reads. Coming to you shortly. Okay. All right. Fusion or something of that nature. Only because I said 15 babies at one time. What I am alluding to is when the hospital, they have a certain amount of babies that night, that day, that morning, that hour, whatever like that. It may not be, a thing where they're going to go back and retrack and really do, because they have so many, per hour, basically. You know what I mean? So that's what I meant when I said, if you're having 15, babe, I just want to clear that up because I had to listen to it, because things like this is very valid and important download. That's what I mean. It's like when they're in a hospital and they're giving so many babies per day. Somebody coming in every minute. Having a baby. Sometimes it's even overcrowded or what have you, because we have so many people here now and all this stuff is going on. So the bottom line is they may not even, have a clue, or they may not retract, right? So that's what I mean by that, you guys. I just wanted to clear it up. I love you guys.